You made an effort to get over there. He walked into the room, you know, Mr. Speaker, the President of the United States, and then I look and I'm like, there's Tim Burchett and Joe Biden having an extended conversation, 85% of which was Tim Burchett. What were you saying to him?
I told you, man. We were talking about Corvettes.
Electric Corvettes.
Electric
Corvette. He came back with the electric Corvettes. But that's my seat. You know, we sit there. I call that center's row. Me and Matt and Bobert and some of the others sit there, and then we sit there on a regular basis, and that's my spot, the second from the back. And you can see all the Democrat women trying to pull him. That lady right there, you see her on the right of the screen. She got after me last year for talking to the president. Steve Scalise sent me a great picture of it. We were in baseball this morning, and Schumer, he got a kick out of it too. So, you know, I mean, everybody knows the guy's not cognizant. He doesn't have, his cognizant level is declining greatly.
What did you make overall of the speech last night? We just had Senator Marshall on. He said it seemed very angry.
Yeah, I'd say angry, and he's a shell of the man he once was, really. I mean, it's kind of sad and pathetic, actually. And to think that this is the best that the Democrat Party can put forth, it, to me, is a real crying shame. It's not my granddad's Democrat Party anymore. He didn't tell the truth about the economy. He kept talking about how much better it is. You know, even liberal economists will tell you the average family is out $200 to $600 more a month, not a year, but a month. You know, we're $35 trillion in debt. We're diluting the money that's out there by just printing money. And to say that we're not going to put boots on the ground, but our military is going to build a port in Gaza, you know in good and well what's going to happen. There's going to be a terrorist missile attack or something, and Americans are going to lose their lives. And we don't need to be over there. Let Israel handle their war. It's not our war. And again, this is another instance where we're going to be funding both sides of the war. You know, he couldn't say that poor little girl's name. Gosh, just a lot of things. The border situation is a nightmare. 10 million people in 3 years, plus you add the 100,000 children that are being sold into God knows what horrible life they're in. And you know, and then he tried to explain it, what he was doing to fix it, and it was just an empty. It just went off into nowhere, and it just stopped. I told somebody, one of the news stations last night, I said, you know, it's like that episode of The Simpsons where Granddad gets out of the nursing home and starts yelling at the clouds. I mean, that's sort of what I felt like. And you got Kamala back there. That's just, that's a whole nother sitcom.
Congressman, and we've got to go, but I mean this seriously. Did Joe Biden know who you were? And I ask that with all due respect. Seriously, did he know who you were?
He said he did, but then I thought, who's the bigger liar here, me or you? You know, I'm the 435th most powerful member of Congress.